like, shut the fuck up. If I'm just gonna say it
Go
straight,
fuck yourself,
like,
okay?
why do we have to tear each other down? What is the point of, like,
Oh, hello. We're talking about my tits. Most of the time.
girl on girl on girl?
You would.
Like, stop picking up the fucking hot knife.
Fucking cares.
Right on track.
Ugh.
With a lot of money, I would do great fucking things.
But not in a good way.
Yikes.
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 Yikes. Where's the realness?
No. Everything you want. Immaculate experience.
Back down.
You're getting, like, excited.
I do actually.
We need the tequila.
Exactly.
Welcome, everybody.
Oh, that was so good. I hope it caught that.
Your girl was just eating a grape, and then I didn't realize Kelsey had the countdown on, so I'm just like grabbing it out of my mouth, being like, "All right, I'm back to the podcast." This reminds me of like the news anchors. You know how like behind the scenes they're saying like super shade, like they're saying like
Yeah.
crazy shit, and then all of a sudden it like pans to them, and they're like eating a fucking donut and talking about how they actually like hate the person that just had on, but then like, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Back to the news, Jerry." It's like, get the fuck. I feel like that's what just happened to me. Okay.
Oh, but we're here. We're ready to rumble today. And y'all, the internet is interneting, as it always does. And, Taylor Swift, she released a new album this past week. And in true unhinged internet fashion, people are losing their goddamn minds. And, I mean, this is not anything unusual for Taylor Swift to be so polarizing, and people either love her or they hate her, and they rally for her or they rally against her. Like, I don't know that any man has ever been subject to this much criticism as an artist, but we can go on that tangent in a little bit. But really, we wanted to kind of talk about this and pull apart some of the threads that we're seeing, because we're all about making personal development great again. So here's your besties.
Welcome to the Unhinged news station, your daily report. Your daily report in the news is that
In the news
Taylor
this week, it was either Taylor Swift or war. So I
Let's do
figured
both. It's the one and the same.
it really is one and the same. It's the same thread that's moving in both sides. But like when I saw this, it was so interesting because like the dominant narrative that I was seeing was that this album is trash, it's horrible, it's her worst album she's ever made, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, wow, that's actually like starting to shape my perspective of it, and I haven't even gone and done my due diligence.
Why would you? Why people don't do that these days? They just go off and see what somebody
Tell me
else
what to think.
see. They see what's viral, and they're like, "Well, me too." And you're like, "Do you even know what you're fucking talking about right now? Do you have
I
any
know.
idea?" And listen, the reason I can laugh at that and say that is because I did it too.
Sure.
I
Same.
love to hop on the bandwagon.
Bandwagon.
Oh, yep, me too. And I had no idea what I was even talking about. So, like, whenever Kelsey and I are calling you forward, calling you out on the show, it's because we love you, and it's because Kelsey and I have done every single shadowy fucking thing on the planet, basically. And we know, we know the dumpster fire chaos that it can bring out in your life. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, we want to talk about this on our Unhinged news today because we feel we've created our own channel,
Yeah, we have.
making personal development great again, and our Unhinged news channel, which already that's going to piss people off.
I know. I love it.
I love
I
it.
can't wait.
Yeah, I'm so over like trigger warning everything and dampening everything down, and I think we really went on this era of the pendulum swinging of being so afraid to say anything that was controversial. And I mean, it's a real thing. It's like everyone with a pitchfork coming after you and almost wanting to misunderstand you. It's like
Yeah.
a kink. It's like a
Yeah.
sexy kink that they
They're
get
so
off on.
fucking turned on it.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, like I was watching comments the other day. This is a sidebar, and it was a very, very famous somatics coach or whatever,
Okay.
millions of followers. And this woman was, this is probably a whole nother episode, but she was calling her out. And it just got me thinking around like, shut the fuck up. If I'm just gonna say it
Go
straight,
fuck yourself,
like,
okay?
why do we have to tear each other down? What is the point of, like, you know what I mean? Like, what? And it's kind of like a catch-22 because I feel like we're kind of doing it right now, but it's just like, what?
Well, we're not calling anyone specifically out.
No,
We're
no, but
naming a pattern.
we're seeing patterns and we're just like calling kind of like bullshit out in general about not specifics, but just around themes and patterns
Yeah.
that we're seeing. And I was looking at the comments and I just like people were just going at it and ripping this person down and I was just like, I'm sorry, but what the fuck are you doing with your life?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Stop waiting to be wait, just stop waiting. Like, it's like you're in the shadows being like, oh, I can't wait till somebody fucks up and then I'm just gonna go and point the finger and be like, you aren't doing anything. And it's like, how about you get your ass in the ring of your life, go create something, and then see how
Mm-hmm.
it feels. And again, I can say this because I was the one who loved to call people out. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, they don't know what they're doing, and blah, 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 blah. Like, that was totally me. It
Yeah.
was completely oblivious. I had no idea what it took to actually go out and create a movement and to share
Mm-hmm.
my voice. And like, people just attack people. And I'm like, these are real humans who are
Mm-hmm.
just as afraid of you. Like, we've literally lost the fucking plot. Like, anyone who's going out after Taylor Swift right now is on crack because like, you don't have to like her album, but do you really
No.
need to go and trash it? Do you really
Mm-hmm.
need to go and have a million opinions and dissect? Like, I was reading an article and it's like people are going after and decoding secret messages and words in the lyrics. And I'm like, whatever happened to just throwing a song on the radio and like jamming out? And if you don't like it, change the fucking station. But
Mm-hmm.
why do we need to tear each other down? Like, no wonder people don't want to create. No wonder people don't want to go and share
Yeah.
themselves with the world. It's like everyone is just waiting there with their fucking pitchfork rather than getting in the game of their own life and seeing what it feels like to be vulnerable and to
Mm-hmm.
share your craft and to fuck up and to get it wrong and then get it right and then do better and then like we've become so desensitized.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
I know, it's fucking wild. I really think about this a lot because as an artist myself and a creative, and then this like distinction between creatives and they're essentially they're adversaries of their critics. Like, and a critic never really creates anything. The only thing a critic creates is criticism.
Ooh, that's a good post.
And
Critic or creator? You
yeah,
choose.
yeah, like for real. And it's so much easier to be a critic because you never have to create anything. Like you said, like you never have to put your ass on the line. And if you are a critic, this is where it gets really fucked up. Because if you're a critic and you're constantly online ripping people apart, there's a subconscious part of you that will not let you create because you know that there are people like you that exist in the world that are going to come after you if you start creating.
Because you're them.
Because you're them.
That's a joke. Oh my God, I'm actually afraid of me. I'm the
Mm-hmm.
one I'm afraid of.
Right, right. And so it becomes like this really interesting conversation as to why, like, if you look at people who are like critics, I don't generally get a sense that there's a vital aliveness in them. They have kind of this dead energy to them, um, which makes sense because they're not actually creating, they're just picking things apart and thinking that they're morally superior. And then you look at people who are creatives. Now, sidebar, if someone's doing a fuck ton of drugs and, not taking care of themselves as a creative, because that can be a shadow side of being a creative and an artist. But, let's say for argument's sake, you've got a pretty well rounded, healthy artist. They have a vibrancy to them, there's an aliveness to them, there's literally a heartbeat to their cells. And then you put them side by side with a critic, I'll be able to point out who's the critic and who's the artist every single time. Because the creative can generate energy and the critic literally sucks it and leeches it because it doesn't know how to generate that energy itself. And so the internet is literally set up to foster an environment of criticism. And then we wonder why like people who are chronically online are so fucked up and so miserable, and we see like this massive division and people are getting more polarized and It gets messy very, very fast. And to me, like the access out of that is always creation, is always getting back in the pocket of, well, if I'm tearing someone down, if I'm criticizing them, if I'm looking for their flaws, what am I avoiding in myself, first and foremost? And what am I avoiding creating? Because I'm probably confronted by something, and instead of tending to what I'm confronted with, it's just so much easier to drop bombs on other people and, tear them apart and criticize them for getting in the ring, which is just, it's so gross. And like, even when you think about it on a community level too, like communities that are built on tearing people down, there's no safety in those communities. Like, there is no authenticity in those communities either, because you now have to comply. Like, those communities are ruled by compliance only. And you comply with us, you get on board, or you're against us, and you're the enemy now. And we see this happening all over the map. And going back to making nuance great again.
Listen to that episode if you haven't yet. We
Yeah.
have
Yeah,
one called.
it's so important because people are dynamic. And if you don't kind of play in that kind of gray zone, that more nuanced zone, you miss a lot of the juiciness of being alive and being in connection and creating. Exactly. Christine has her juice. We're
We
getting
nailed
juiced
that.
up. We nailed that. Yeah, good job, us. Yeah, we don't even plan this kind of stuff. But it's one of those things that we really got to watch the ways in which we are not only consuming, but the ways in which we are creating as well. And, you know, I really, I'm probably going to be one of the only few, but I really liked the album. Like, I really enjoyed it. I'm like, is it the most profound lyrical work she's ever done? No. But who cares? She's an artist. This is something that means something to her. And she didn't create it for me. I get the benefit of, experiencing it, but she didn't make it for me. She made it for her. And I think that's really important as a creative, especially if you are an entrepreneur. Like, you got to create for you. And you're obviously solving problems for other people, but the core of it needs to come from you. Like, what is the thing that I needed that if I had had this 10 steps before would have made a massive difference in my life? And you start creating from that place, and fuck what other people think. Like, really. Because no matter what you do, people are always going to have an opinion about it. And I think, especially when you see someone like Taylor Swift getting like raked across the coals, you're like, she's one of the most, influential women in music. She's a billionaire, and she still doesn't escape the the grip holds of patriarchy and misogyny and like supremacy and all of this bullshit that's built into the world. Like, if she can't even escape it, like, what luck do I have? And so your subconscious is always reading that and assessing whether or not it's safe or not to put yourself out in the world. And if she's not even safe, like, well, this is why we need you on the court. Why you need to get out there so that more people are out there, so that we have more creators than we have critics. That's the only way this gets flipped. I don't know if it's going to happen in our lifetime, Bano. I don't know.
For sure it will.
But I think it's we can make some good progress in our lifetime.
Well, this is why I'm so obsessed with helping like conscious entrepreneurs and like, you and I even in the club with legends and we're even building an unhinged business incubator right now. Like because we are so done with watching epic humans with so much magic and so much creative like life force energy and so many ways to help people on the planet
Yeah.
just drain it out because of fear, visibility, rejection, like all this shit from their past. And you and I are like, uh-uh,
Mm-mm-mm.
like, fuck no. Like you and
Mm-mm.
I are big walking permission slips to just say what you want and like let other things exist and build your fucking business and build what lights you up because you have a community of other unhinged people, unhinged in the
Mm-hmm.
best way,
Mm-hmm.
who are unsubscribing from all this nonsense and this noise of critics and saying like, yeah, I hear that. And yes, that still stings and it still sucks to have my, to be ripped apart from people. And I have other people who are going to remind me of who the fuck I am and what I'm capable of, which is why we're
Mm-hmm.
building a 6-month business incubator right now
Yeah.
to support those women and those people, those humans who are on the path but are like, fuck, I have some real fears. And we're like, yeah, we get it. We're not going to sugarcoat it. We're not going to pretend like it's unicorns and rainbows and butterflies the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
The soul mission can be a hot mess express and it can be challenging, which is why you need community to
Mm-hmm.
remind you, like, you good, boo, and we got your back. And somebody comes at you with those comments, we gonna come back with a whole slew. You knocked on
Mm-hmm.
the wrong door,
Mm-hmm.
motherfucker.
Wrong army, bitch.
Wrong army.
We're like Swifties, but like for for conscious
Totally.
business.
For conscious business. Yeah. And, um, you know, I think my sense is that Taylor Swift is more in her reinvention era. I
Yeah.
think she's more in her zero fucks given era,
Mm-hmm.
which is why she's creating what she wants for herself and why she has, that song, The Wood or whatever, where she's talking about it's like the dick or whatever. It's like, yes, treat yourself
Yeah.
because people who are like goody two shoes and are very vanilla and are like, I like the innocent Taylor, are
Mm-hmm.
not gonna like that. They're gonna be like, what?
I mean, they really should have gotten out a long time ago because she did an album in like 2018 where she like really killed off that persona. She's like, the old Taylor can't come to the phone right now. She's
Yeah,
dead.
she's good. But I think there's like unhinging. I think unhinging goes in multiple different layers.
Sure.
It's like the good girl dissolves, and then there's
Yep.
more of the like empowered, and then there's like the powerhouse, and then there's like the icon, and then there's like the unhinged icon,
Mm-hmm.
which is like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do what I want. Taylor Swift does
Do what I
not
want.
need to work.
No, she's a
You know how much money she
billionaire.
has? She's a billion. What? She doesn't need to work.
Mm-mm.
Well, you're sitting there criticizing her album. She's fucking wiping her ass with fucking $1,000 bills. She's on a like. I'm sorry, but like, really?
Uh-huh.
Like,
She's fucking her husband, or I guess her almost husband, who has like a 9-inch cock. Like,
treat
treat
yourself, right?
yourself, girl.
Treat yourself. Like, have have the best time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's fine. Like, if you're out there and you are like, I really don't like it. You're allowed to have an opinion. Everyone's allowed to
Yes.
have an opinion. But what I would love to see more of is just more nuance and more neutrality and more like, wasn't my favorite album.
Yep.
And that's okay. I don't need to turn this into a full-time job
No.
telling everyone else
The
about,
hate
oh, this
train.
song's terrible, the hate train and choo choo. Like, what?
I know.
Nobody made you the conductor of the choo choo train. Like, you're
Uh-uh.
just on a one-way fucking trip to Depressionville
Yeah.
because you're not doing anything with your life. So, like, let's
Uh-huh.
stop bashing creators. And I just want to say a big thank you. And I think we'll do another podcast episode on specifically, but I want to say a big fucking thank you to Taylor Swift and to
Yes.
anyone out there who, especially as a woman, who is creating epic fucking legendary shit and you're doing
Mm-hmm.
it without like sitting there being like, oh, what will they like? You're creating art for you and you're creating art that's going to impact people. And like, I was thinking about this the other day. It's only because of those trailblazers and those leaders and watching them how they navigate
Mm-hmm.
like distress and all these, ever the hate and all of that stuff that I'm like, okay, they're going first and I have a blueprint now and I can watch and I can watch people modeling that, how they handle it with power and with grace. And then I can step into that. But it's only because of that. The pathway was
Mm-hmm.
not grooved. They had to bushwhack it. They had to go through it first. And there's so many leaders I can think of. And I think we should do like more on this. But like,
Mm-hmm.
thank you, thank you, thank you, because it
Mm-hmm.
helps us when we're freaked out. We're sitting there and we're like, I don't want to create. I don't want to go and put myself out there, my face, my voice, because people are not going to like it. As you and I build Club Unhinged more, there's going to be people who literally detest us. Like they can't
Mm-hmm.
handle it.
I mean, it already happens. Like,
Yeah,
they're like,
sure.
we hate those bitches. And we're like, okay, cool, bye.
I love
But
that.
then We have people who fucking love us. Like that last episode we did, the amount of feedback we got on that of people being like, "Thank you for your unhinged, authentic expression because it made me feel safe within myself."
Yeah. Yes.
Like that's why we do it. We do it for those people. We don't do it for the haters. That kind of sounds like a lyric. Turn that into a song. But also, like, I can't fucking wait till Taylor's on our show.
I
Like,
know.
that's inevitable. Like, she's coming on. I'm declaring it now. Like, we're in the money challenge, and today's about a declaration, and the declaration is like Taylor's on our show.
Tay Tay,
Tay
how you
Tay,
doing?
come play.
Let you go.
We love you, girl. But we do, and I love that you pointed that out because we do need the people who are going to pave the way. And I will always have like deep respect for her on a business level, like what she's built in terms of her empire and what she's done as an artist. Just how she loves so boldly. Like that girl has gone through so many fucking dumpster fires in love, and she's like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm getting back on the horse. Like I'm getting back in the game.
She's getting on the big horse.
She's getting on. She's got on the big horse now.
That's supposed to be a horse. Can't do it. All right, next. Or maybe you can just like clip a horse there and then we can probably
A little nay nay in there.
saddle up.
Saddle up. But I feel like there's also a lesson in that too. Like you're gonna hit all of these junctures along the way. There are gonna be things that don't work out, and the better it gets, the better it gets. Like I'm pretty sure she is not even thinking about that past like dud that she was dating or like Jake Gyllenhaal. She's like, Jake who? What? Like not even on her radar when she's got Mr. Wood over here. And they're building a fucking empire together and they're so in love. They're so weird together too. Like they couldn't be a more perfect match when you look at their personalities and their energy. Like if I look at some of her past partners, I'm like, oh, I can see why that didn't work out. Like energetically, it's not quite a match. There's not an amplification there. And with Travis, like there's an amplification of the energy. Like he feeds her and she feeds him, and like it just keeps growing and growing and growing, probably like his cock. And but I think that's a good lesson for all of us, whether we're talking about love or whether we're talking about business or we're talking about creativity, is that you are going to go through these seasons where it's shit. Where you're like, oh, that was fucking awful. And then the next thing happens and you're like, whoa, that's so great. I can't believe that I was losing sleep over that client that, left a shitty review or that guy that broke my heart or, the launch that I did where no one bought anything. And then you're like, shit, dog. Life is great now. Like, and we have to move through those. I really feel like they're refinement, experiences where they help us build essential muscles to hold the thing that we're essentially here to hold and have the relationships that we're here to have and the abundance and the success that we're absolutely destined for. But you got to kiss a couple frogs. You got to go through the trenches a little bit. You got to fuck shit up a bit. And you can't be stopped by the haters. Mm-mm.
Nope. And you got to
Mm-mm.
be willing to hold cringe, embarrassment,
Totally.
fucking up, rejection, all of that in your nervous system. And that's a lot of what we do in the club as well, is helping you expand the capacity. It's not about feeling
Mm-hmm.
safe, regulated all the time. It's about learning how to stretch yourself into
Sure. Yep.
discomfort and hold the discomfort and then come back. You know what I mean? It's like
Mm-hmm.
rather than sitting there and overthinking, it's action and it's creation, right? It's like that it's the most potent thing. And actually I was reading the guy Steven from the Diary of the CEO, like huge
Yep.
podcast.
Yep.
I read something last night, just made me think of when you were talking about that. Said if there's one thing I've learned from all of this, it's that embarrassment is the price of entry, and most people just aren't willing to pay it. They never
Mm-hmm.
hit they never hit record, write the post, or launch the thing because the thought of Dave from work seeing it and making a side comment is too much. This is so tragic to me. How much potential we are wasting because we're scared of what Jenny from our hometown or our mom, worst of all, our supposed friends might think. So many people hold their potential back because they're scared of what some half friend on Facebook might think, someone they haven't properly spoken to in since year 11. So it's like there's so much more, but pressing record that first time felt cringy, awkward, and exposing, but discomfort has so often been a doorway. So I'm okay with it now. I'm okay with people thinking what they want to think and saying what they want to say. And this is the line. I fucking love it. I think we should do a whole nother podcast episode on this.
Okay.
At the end of the day, I'm going to die someday, and so are you. So you might as well live.
Mm.
I was like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, when you
Mm-hmm.
like don't even know how you find yourself on a fucking thing, and I was just like, all of a
Me
sudden, I
every
just
day.
yeah, totally. And I was just like, I mean, this is what we obviously preach and teach inside of the club constantly. It's
Mm-hmm.
about not spiritually bypassing and going into like just do it and have the breakthrough and just affirm it and think it and a lot of the manifestation world around creation. It's
Mm-hmm.
about realistic, unconventional, unhinged transformation and creation because it is messy.
Yeah.
We're not going to fucking sugarcoat it. It is. It is gritty and it is messy and it's going to require parts and pieces of you to, they're going to protest. And this is where you and I know how to really artfully work with people,
Mm-hmm.
move past their protector parts, to
Yeah.
dissolve resistance, to dissolve the blocks, because it is so true. It's like if you're sitting on a gold mine, and where I think we actually get stuck and sick, and where we feel tired and overwhelmed, which a lot of people use as an excuse to not create and self-actualize. It's like I'm just dysregulated, I'm too tired. I actually think that that is untapped potential sitting there and stirring and getting cranky,
Yeah.
because the minute you open that up and you start creating, all of a sudden life force energy comes back in. You start, yeah, you start
It's a
creating more,
gusher.
you start making way more money. All of a sudden you feel happier. It's like everything changes.
Mm-hmm.
So we
Go have a
don't,
creative orgasm.
yes, go have a creative orgasm, and or let us support you in Club Unhinged or in the business incubator. And like you're gonna go out there, it's gonna feel scary. Taylor is a great example of this, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's like she's reinventing herself constantly. She's the queen
Yeah.
of reinvention.
Yeah.
And we love that. And because we're not meant to stay stagnant, we're not meant to
Mm.
continuously just replicate and duplicate, copy paste the same shit we've always done. If
Right.
she came out with a new album that is, you know, a copy and paste of her last one or the one before that, it's like it's fine. But does that expand her as a person? Like, have we ever stopped
Mm-hmm.
to think about Taylor Swift and her reinvention era and what that looks like and what her next expression is, because
Mm-hmm.
it's God, it's the divine, it's life moving through her and
Yeah.
creating. So what we're saying, actually saying, is if we're saying fuck you to her album, we're also saying fuck you to God. We're saying
Yeah.
fuck you to the universe.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
let
to
me
our
tell
own
you,
expansion.
the old Karmasaurus Rex on that. It ain't a
Let
pretty
me
thing.
tell you, God does not like that very much.
It's like, oh, well, I'm gonna teach you that lesson. And I've been
Okay.
humbled and bitch slapped so many times, right?
Sure.
I've done that. I love to poke fun at and I love to do all this because that was me. I've experienced the flip side of it. I've experienced unconsciousness and it's very painful. It is a dark place. It is a boring place. It is just recycled regurgitation. It's gossip. It's criticism. It's just such a small, tiny pool,
Mm-hmm.
but it feels very comfortable and it's sticky and it's can feel juicy. And then there's the holy fuck moment. There's the spiritual awakening. There's the bitch slap from the universe being like, wakey wakey, eggs and bakey, time to create
Mm-hmm.
now and get
Mm-hmm.
uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And Kelsey and I have really cracked the code on helping you move through that evolution, that reinvention
Yeah.
of yourself. Because for me, that was a space that was never there. That wasn't when I went through my holy fuck moment, my spiritual awakening, there was no spaces that could hold me. It was like I was like a lost fucking puppy being like, wait, what? Everything I thought was reality is not. And I was lost and confused. And I think people have these midlife crises,
Yeah.
which are actually just portals of reinvention and the universe being
Yes.
like, time to wake up, time to make a ton of money, time to have a fuck ton of fun, time to live in alignment with what I actually designed you for. And then we don't know, we don't have the proper support. I spent
Mm.
like 15 years trying to like head bump my way through like transformation and expansion and manifestation. I was like, this is painful and it's so slow and none of it makes sense. And
Mm-hmm.
then, and if you are in that stage right now, watch our episode 2 Feet from Gold.
Mm-hmm.
because there's 5 unhinged signs you're 2 feet from gold because you could be right there. But we need we created Club Unhinged because it's really the reinvention space and portal that we really needed that would
Yeah.
have massively helped us collapse time on self-actualization and building and designing our dream lives. We
Yeah.
wouldn't have had to go through all those like lone wolf hacks and trying to figure it out ourselves. And so if you're in that era of really wanting to step into your power and reverse age and be like literally I just heard like crack cocaine, like walking around like it's just like you're like cracked
Mm-hmm.
before people are like,
Mm-hmm.
what
Yeah.
are you? Who is this woman? You walk into rooms and people are like, whoa, you take notice. You get on a live and people are like, what's happening here? Because
Mm-hmm.
I need. There's just like a magnetism. Um, you'll definitely want to join us in the club because
Fuck
where
yeah.
we're creating. This is where we're creating.
Yeah.
This is where we're building things, and we're not afraid of, you know, criticism coming our way. We're like, cool, that's
Mm-hmm.
about you. I mean, you and I have recently had our work stolen as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, it happened again. Well, specifically, but something that I taught, and we're seeing this more, and the
Mm-hmm.
initial thing is kind of like, wait, what? And then I'm like, oh,
We're on to
really?
something.
We're onto something.
When they start copying, you know you got something good. And also, fuck that. Like you're a creator. Like don't be shitty and copy people. Like this happens all the time on social media, on threads. I wrote about this yesterday of like how, our proprietary work got lifted and passed off as someone else's. No joke. This dude literally takes the caption like that I
No.
did, copies it, and then replies to my post with my post. And I'm like, what are you doing?
What?
Like as if he's saying the same thing. I'm like, I don't know if you're trying to be funny, but you're fucking weird, man. And also, this happens to me all the time. Why do you think I have a blue check mark on Instagram? The reason I have a blue check mark and why I pay for that every single month is because every single month before I started paying for it, there was a new Radical Self Love Kelsey Grant account where they were literally stiff, like stealing and lifting my work and putting it on this new account and scamming people for money. No joke. And I'm like, well, you know that my work has got to
DM
be,
for a reading.
yeah,
DM
like,
for a reading.
yeah. And like, I literally, Christine, no joke, this one chick took when I was still teaching the year of love. She literally took my entire sales page, like screen. I'm not even joking. Screenshotted the entire sales page and put it on its own sales page, and then made this fake account pretending to be me, trying to sell women into this program. I'm like, you fucking cunt. And like, I think that was the thing that kind of was like, fine, I'll pay for the blue check mark so that people know that it's verified. They know that it's me. And if you see someone else with my work and my face and you get kind of swindled by them, that's on you. Like it's not on me anymore. I've done what I can do, but also like I knew that my work was so potent the second that started happening. And it was a couple years that this was happening for, where people were just taking my post or like a caption or something that I'd written and then they'd put it in their caption like as if they wrote it and not credit or like footnote me. This happens all the time. And so
Yeah.
you got to you got to understand that that's part of the cost of entry, and also there are ways to deal with it where you don't lose your power. Like I think if I had collapsed into victimhood and got really butthurt about it, Um, but for me, I don't know, the way that I kind of deal with trolls and the way that I deal with copycats is kind of the same. It's
Oh,
like it's like this like little cat with a mouse. I like to kind of fuck with them a little bit. And in doing that, like I stay in my power. Like I'm not collapsing and being like, "Oh, like I'm victimized by you and like you're so bad." And meh, 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 meh. I'm like, "You want to fucking play? Let's play. Let's fucking
meow.
go."
Well, you and I were even talking about this the other day when it was brought to our attention that this had happened to us. And I mean, I think it's important to let yourself be irritated and kind of like
Of
have that
course.
moment, of, like, fuck that shit. And you and I just started laughing and we're like, sweet. Obviously, this means we have epic content and epic processes.
Uh-huh.
And there's always like we can do what we can as the human, but I also believe there's a universal like karma cycle that happens. And
Mm-hmm.
also somebody who's stealing somebody else's work is never going to be
Successful.
successful or powerful because there's always a knowing in the delivery of it that
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't yours. And
Yes.
so I think that there is maybe people like it and that's fine. I think there's two things that happen in the industry. I think sometimes there's a healthy balance of being able to speak without every 2 seconds having to reference something because sometimes there is genuinely two people with a similar thought
Of
where
course.
like
Of course.
I hear there's been times I've literally come up with something and then like a very high level mentor will say something in the call or like a call that's like the exact same thing and I'm like fuck, like I don't want people to think I'm copying them or whatever it is. So I think there's the difference is there's a truth energy signature and when it's
Mm-hmm.
coming from truth it's like I downloaded this, I didn't take it from anyone. You can deliver it, and there's success, and there's power, and everything comes from it.
Yep.
Versus, I know I took that, and I didn't credit them intentionally because I
Mm-hmm.
don't. Like, that speaks. There's an energetic signature that comes from that. We don't realize that,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
It's. I don't trust myself. I haven't gotten into deep enough connection with myself where I'm channeling my own material. And
Right.
sometimes we do. We borrow processes. I'm not saying I've never done that in the past. I've said things or sentences that I've heard in a mentorship call or like somebody else's call, and I didn't credit them in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a moment of being like, oh shit, like, but when I have can remember or have the time, I will credit people as best as I can to the best of my
Yeah.
ability. And I think this is what we have to do because it could go the other way where all of a sudden we're like, oh God, I have to credit every single person. Like this
Mm-hmm.
concept was brought up by Tony Robbins, then this also was Louise Hay, and then this was just like
Mm-hmm.
that would be a dumpster fire to listen
Yeah.
to. But I think when it's proprietary work and there is that in the industry where people literally copy and paste or screenshot a caption
Yeah.
then use
Come
it as
into a
their
container and like swipe material to teach themselves.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly, exactly. And I think it's just, you and I were like, what do we want to do with this? And we were like, let's just use this as a teaching moment, a
Mm-hmm.
teaching opportunity. Let's talk about this. Let's take this, shit and turn it into gold
Mm-hmm.
about how, it means that you're onto something. It means you have powerful material. And it also
Yep.
mean and like we're constant channels. We're not like sitting here being like, this is the one thing. We're constantly evolving and reinventing ourselves and getting better,
Mm-hmm.
spicier, sexier, and
Eat our
better content over
dust.
time. Yeah. So like we're the channel's channeling, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's kind of one of those things like you can try, but you're not going to replicate it, right? I was
Mm-hmm.
in the world of Melanie on Layer and Alpha Femme for years, and I mean the amount of copy and paste I saw happening in there.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and I can't remember what she said. I mean, she always handles things with such grace, but she said like kind of along the lines of like nobody can ever copy you. Like
Me.
it's never going to be the yeah, it's never going to be the same energy signature.
Mm-hmm.
And um, I think we do have to like we can borrow the energy of somebody else temporarily to give us momentum or to help us unlock, but it's really I see it as like use these mentors or the people you look up to and use them to for inspiration, but to unlock your own thing,
Mm-hmm.
right? So often we're trying to deliver and to do things in a way where we think it's going to be the thing that's going to make us money or
Funny.
successful. And
Other
we all
people are, so it must work. Be able to work for me. Like,
that topic is the only topic I'm going to make money off of. Or,
right.
and it's like we're robbing ourselves, really, and we're, really short of our
Mm-hmm.
magic and what we have in our unique story. And if that's an area that you really want to expand and you're like, I really want to come into my own magic and understand my
Mm-hmm.
messaging and my it factor and build a business that is truly aligned with you, that feels so rich. Because when you build a business from you and yourself and your soul, the potency of it, the
Yes.
magnetism is off the fucking chains. It's off the
Mm-hmm.
chart. And
Mm-hmm.
if you want to build that, Kelsey and I will be we probably have a little wait list going. We're not
Yeah.
opening the doors until middle of January, but we're going to be doing some crazy early bird stuff and incentives for you to come join us in there.
Well, it
But
starts the middle of January, so we'll
yeah,
open the doors
sorry, it
before. Yeah.
starts the middle of January. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. You're
Uh, but we're going to, but we're going to be supporting you in that.
Yeah.
that's what we want, right? We want to
Hmm.
help you unlock that and to do things in a way where you feel really set up. There's boundaries, there's expectations, there's um,
How to deal with shit like this.
100% what to
Hmm.
do. It's like a fucking warm, bougie hot tub for your nervous system to be like,
Weird.
oh,
I was literally seeing a hot tub before you said that.
stop. Like
For
I
real.
just saw like the human just like sinking into
Yeah.
a hot tub with like
Yeah.
whatever fucking drink they want. For me, a spicy
Yeah.
marg, and it's like, oh my God,
Mm.
business gets to be this fun and
And
this
feel
sexy and
good.
yeah, and like
Mm.
rich with your own alignment and
Yes.
your frequency, your essence, what you have to offer, and what like God, source, universe, life intended for you to do on this planet versus trying to rip off and copy paste or trying to get inspiration from somebody else because that's their thing. And
Hmm.
if they're successful, it's because they've hit gold with what their soul wanted them to create. And
Yeah.
you can do the same. So come join us in that.
Come join
And
us. And we'll
yeah,
we'll tease it out. Like I remember we did a VIP session with one of our club participants, and she didn't know what she wanted to create. And then we spend, 4 hours with her. We get into her story. And when you have two mentors like Christine and I who are primed to listen, and we also can see the trajectory of where you're headed. And as soon as she started telling her story and the things that she'd been through, it started popping for both of us of like, oh, this is the thing that you are here to create. And it came in so fast. And now, no joke, we had that session. When did we do that? In July,
I think so. Yeah,
maybe? And she literally has launched her business,
popped off.
popped off. And so this can happen really fast when you get in alignment. And there's, of course, things that we need to fine tune along the way. Of course, this is why it's an incubator, and, when we have that support to walk us through those gauntlets, they don't feel so intense on the system. And then you're inevitably going to get to the point where someone's going to copy your shit too because you're so on fucking fire.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Whether that's your poetry, whether that's your business, whatever it is, they're going to be all about it. And then you're going to be like, okay, well, how do I handle this initiation? And I remember one thing that one of my best guy friends, him and I had this conversation well over a decade ago because he's a musician and he's also a massive YouTuber.
Mm,
So people were swiping his shit all the time.
classic.
And he said to me, he's like, Kelsey, people who copy can only copy the things you've already done.
Yes.
And he's like, because of that, they're always like 100 steps behind. They don't have access to creating the way that I create. Like I created that. So I'm not only I created that and I launched it in the world, but now I'm 100 steps forward from that place. So they're always playing catch up. Even if they try to copy every single thing that I ever did, they're always behind me. And I'm like, mm-hmm. And so having that conversation over a decade ago, I think really set me up to not give so many fucks about people stealing my shit. But also like me being me, having the boundaries, like Miss Boundary Queen over here.
Uh, I always say to people, listen, if there's one person I'm not going to fuck with, it's Kelsey Grant. Because she kind, she beautiful, she nice, but she will rip your fucking face off if you cross her. I ain't shit, girl, I ain't crossing. Oh
Oh god, the amount of times you've tamed me in this last year and a half.
my God. I was like, oh, sweet baby Jesus. There's like an email will come in and like, oh my God, Kelsey. And then Kelsey's like, yes, I've got a draft in the folder. And I'm like, I'm reading through. It's like, not even like a hi or
not
there's
not
no,
a soft not a soft
it's just
opening.
like,
This is what's up.
this is I'm like well, and then I like message her back. I'm like, I love what you wrote.
And
However, just tidied it up just a little bit.
hmm and
Completely redone it. But
oh come on, not completely redone.
not
Not
completely. I'm
completely
just
redone.
joking. I'm just joking. I love your fire. I like your spice. So
And this is why it's important to have like people in your corner because I am pretty sharp when I hit that edge. Like and I'm unapologetic about it. Like this is just part and parcel of like being in relationship with me. Like if I have like such a wide berth, one of my kind of mentors, she talks about this a lot. She's like, I give my husband a very wide field to roam in, but then there is an electric fence around the property. And, if he kind of hits it, buzz, buzz. And the same applies to me. Like, he gives me that same room to roam. But if I come up against that fence, I'm getting shocked. And she was the first person who kind of framed it that way. And I'm like, oh, that's what's happening. Like,
Yeah.
I give people a very large runway with me. I have so much patience. Like, I have more patience than most people, like, combined. But when you hit that edge, buzz, buzz. Like, there. So I'm grateful for you and to have that, friendship and that collaboration so that we kind of keep each other from not like setting the electrical fence on fire, you know, and dealing with these inevitable, experiences as you go on the path of reinvention. Like when you go on this pathway, you are going to hit these initiations and you're either going to go at it alone and struggle, or you can come in to the business incubator, you can come into the club and work with us in a way where you're supported in that process. And it can be smooth. You get to go into the unhinged hot tub. And listen, it's not like a gross hot tub either, like most hot tubs. Like this one's actually clean.
Yeah, yeah, like mineral, like clean all the
Minerals, yeah,
minerals and
like essential oils in there. It's a vibe.
somebody
Like,
comes by with a nice massager for the neck, and you got like
hmm
just like margarita sitting on the side. You're
and
like,
the jets are placed in just the right spot. So you're riding that creative juicing nonstop. Okay.
on that note, we're gonna
On
go
that
ahead
note,
and end the episode. And if you want to
Christine has to
know,
go.
if you want to know more, and okay, here's the thing. We realize some of you love the podcast. This is where you'll end. This is where you'll be like, I love the podcast. It's great. I like listening to you guys weekly. Then there's going to be some of you who are like the 1% who are like, I'm fucking in your offers. Give me the business incubator, like link immediately. Give me Club Unhinged. Give me it all.
Hmm.
And then there's some people who are going to be like, I don't know if that's my vibe. I want more than the podcast. And this is where we are playing with, and we are going to be presenting you with a new offer.
Uh huh.
And
Uh huh. Can we tell them
Kelsey,
what it's called?
please tell us. Please tell us what it's
Okay.
called.
It's called the
Trouble.
Club Unhinged After Hours. Like, come on, as if you don't want to be in there.
Yes. It's like,
Mm.
think of
Mm.
it as, yeah, it's the after hours. It's like you go to the club
And you're
and
not
there's the
done.
after hours. Yes, it's like unhinged after dark.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, so we're juicing up a special private podcast. It's
Yep.
going to be all the juiciest, like behind the scenes. We're going to have even more unhinged conversations. We're
Mm-hmm.
going to bring back tequila talks, which we're going to do there as well. Invite you on. You can send us coaching questions, cute, like questions that you have, and we'll answer them on the podcast. It's a fun live space where you can throw us in when you're doing walking the dog or doing the
Make sure you put
dishes.
earbuds in because the after
Yes.
hours is
After hours is naughty.
not
It's
safe for
no. Think of
under
the after
18.
hours is like you walk in the sex store and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and you're not bringing your little kitties to look at all the dildos. We're
No,
gonna be
no.
like, you're gonna be. It is okay. So it's
Much
our
more.
spicier, more unhinged content. It's also behind the scenes raw riffs from Kelsey and I. So it's
Yep.
like our behind the scenes as well, the shit we're moving through, um, and it's also interactive. So you can send us questions. You can be like,
Mm-hmm.
I want you to riff on this. I want you to, expand on this concept, or, and we're going to be answering them on the podcast. So
Yep.
you're going to have your questions answered. We're going to connect with you. I mean, maybe we do
Tell more
unhinged.
unhinged stories.
Yes, it's unhinged storytelling, after
Mm-hmm.
hours edition,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, we're playing around with what that looks like. Maybe there's
Yeah.
Q&A, live Q&As, or live unhinged coaching. Like there's going to be really fun. So if you're interested in that, how should they connect with us about that?
Maybe I'll put a wait list link
Yeah, that'd be
and
great.
you can just sign yourself up in the show notes and put yourself on the wait list, and then we'll keep you informed when we've got that ready to rock and roll. And then you can sign yourself up and get into the after hours, because it's going to be a vibe. I mean, some of the things that I already want to do, I'm like, it's so unhinged.
Oh gosh. And we'll put the wait list for the business incubator. So if you're like,
Yep.
you're my people, I want to do business with you, I want to spend life with you, I want high proximity, high touch connection with Kelsey and I, then you can sign up for the wait list as well.
Sound
We
great.
love
We love
you.
you.
Thank
Thanks
you
for
for
being
listening to the
here.
Club and News channel today, where we are making personal development great again. Your hosts, Kelsey Grant and Christine Bano.
Give us a 5-star rating and rate, review. We love you, and we will see you next week.
Join us on YouTube.
Bye. All in all, we want to say thank you for being here. We love and appreciate you so much. And if you liked today, give us a 5-star rating, and we'll see you next week.
And share it. If you know somebody who needs this in their life, share this shit. Abundance goes round and round. We love you.
We love you. Bye.